What if I told you that the relaxing glass of wine you drink to help you fall asleep is actually the exact thing, destroying your testosterone levels and, accelerating how you age?
Yeah, it's a completely backward habit for so many of us.
Right. Because a lot of us hit our 60s or 70s and just chalk up that constant fatigue to, well, simply getting older. But what if the main culprit isn't your age at all, but rather your pre-bed routine?
It is such a vital question for anyone trying to maintain their vitality. In today's deep dive, we're unpacking some really fascinating medical insights on these common nighttime habits that are silently really dismantling your sleep quality.
And your hormone balance.
Exactly. The sources show that what we usually just accept as this unavoidable reality of aging is, it's actually almost entirely within our control.
I love that. Blaming age for this kind of daily fatigue, it sounds a lot like blaming a car's age for bad mileage when you're really just driving around with the parking brake on.
Oh, that is the perfect analogy.
We're basically self-sabotaging our own restorative sleep without even realizing it.
We really are. And the first way we pull that parking brake is environmental. We spend hours staring at phones or tablets right before bed.
Guilty as charged, definitely.
We all do it, but that bright blue light actively suppresses your body's production of melatonin, which is the hormone that signals it's time to sleep.
So the light basically tricks your brain.
Exactly. Your brain literally thinks the sun is still up, so it refuses to lower your core temperature and shift into repair mode.
Wow. Well, I used to think, I thought a heavy evening meal would just put me in a food coma.
Yeah.
Or that a quick nightcap would help me power down. But the research says the exact opposite.
It totally does.
A nightcap is essentially a Trojan horse, isn't it? Like, it sneaks you past the gates into a light slumber, but once inside, it actually attacks the recovery process.
That is the best way to visualize it. Once it's in your system, the alcohol metabolizes into sugars and aldehydes, and those chemicals cause constant micro-awakenings all night long.
Even if you don't remember waking up.
Right. You might be completely unconscious, but you aren't resting. It shatters your sleep architecture, that crucial cycle through light, deep, and REM sleep stages.
And this is where the hormone disruption happens, right? Because if you aren't hitting deep REM sleep, you aren't producing the testosterone you need for energy and muscle retention.
That is the real physiological cost right there. The vast majority of a man's daily testosterone is produced during those deep REM cycles.
Which the alcohol just blocks.
Yes, when alcohol fragments your sleep, it physically halts that hormone production. And heavy meals do the exact same thing by forcing your body to divert massive amounts of energy toward digestion instead of cellular repair.
So we're effectively starving our bodies of the very hormones that give us energy, which leads to this vicious cycle the sources highlight.
Yeah, we carry all our daytime stress right into the evening.
Right. And we skip physical activity during the day because we're too tired from the poor sleep.
It creates a massive biochemical traffic jam. Think of cortisol, your stress hormone, and melatonin as being on a seesaw.
Okay, a seesaw.
Yeah, so if you haven't taken even a brisk daily walk, your body never burns off that daytime cortisol buildup. When cortisol stays elevated at night, melatonin physically cannot rise.
Oh, wow. So you end up lying in the dark, wired but completely exhausted.
Exactly. And that traps you in this pattern of chronically getting far less than the essential 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep.
But wait, if you're too stressed to sleep at night, and then too exhausted from a lack of sleep to exercise during the day, how do you actually break that cycle?
Well, the sources suggest focusing on the nervous system. Instead of fighting the exhaustion, you shift the inputs.
Like putting the tablet away.
Exactly. Swapping a high dopamine activity, like scrolling through the news on a glowing phone, for a low dopamine activity.
Like reading a physical book.
Yes, or doing some light stretching. It forces a physiological shift. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest network.
Which signals to your body that it is finally safe to power down. That makes total sense.
It really does. It's such a simple shift, but it is so effective.
But if you've made these shifts, you're taking walks, putting the screens away, skipping those late meals, and you still feel consistently drained, the sources are very clear. You shouldn't just brush it off as aging.
Never. Ongoing fatigue, significant mood changes, or chronic sleep issues always warrant a conversation with a healthcare professional. We can't just ignore persistent symptoms.
Right, we can't normalize feeling awful.
Exactly. But for most of us, making these small, practical adjustments to our evening routines can profoundly support our long-term health and hormone balance. Every small, healthy habit makes a meaningful difference.
It really does. And we'd love to hear from you on this. Which of these evening habits do you think is sabotaging your sleep the most? And what specific tiny change will you make tonight?
It's so important to just pick one thing to start.
Absolutely. Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. And if you found this deep dive valuable, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more trusted conversations on healthy aging. Thank you so much for being part of this community.
Reclaiming those restorative hours really does change everything.
It does. And it leaves me with one final thought to mull over. If our modern nighttime comforts like glowing digital screens, late-night heavy meals, and evening drinks are perfectly designed to disrupt our ancient biological rhythms. Wait, let me rephrase that. If they are perfectly designed to disrupt those rhythms, what other normal daily routines are silently accelerating how we age?